I'm Katie, and today we are going to be doing one of my Pilates fundamental workouts, which is a short workout teaching you some of the basic principles of Pilates. So we're going to do chest lifts today, and it's really important to remember the Pilates breathing. So when we're breathing in Pilates, we always want to inhale in through the nose and exhale out through the mouth, drawing that belly button into spine, shortening that distance of ribs to hips, so really feeling our core connection, starting to feel that core engage. So we're actually aiming to try and lift our pelvic floor at the same time as we're compressing our diaphragm, but don't worry if the breathing sounds confusing, eventually you'll start to get it. And that breathing allows us to help to really engage all 4 layers of abdominals, and particularly that core layer that helps to support our spine and helps us perform better at everything. So we're just going to start with some chest lifts in hook-like position, and then I'm going to show you the different variations. So in our hook-like position, we want our feet in line with our knees, in line with our hips. Arms are pressing down alongside the mat. And I just want you to check in here and make sure you're in neutral pelvis, because the difference between a chest lift and a traditional crunch, like you might do in a gym or see people doing, is that they're lifting their pelvis up like this, which is not actually isolating the core, right? So what we're aiming to do here is keep that pelvis stable. So only work to the range of movement where you can keep that stability, that nice V. So imagine if you had a little cup of tea or a beer balancing there. You don't want to spill it all over yourself, okay? So we're trying to keep it nice and stable, and I'm going to show you a few different variations, and these are all our sort of basic core warm-up exercises. So we'll start with some chest lifts in this hook-like position. Options here are you can take the arms up overhead and you can come up like this, or what I'm going to demonstrate today is the arms around behind the head. So the hands are interlaced, and you want to make sure here that the shoulders are drawing away from the ears and that the elbows are slightly forward in peripheral vision, okay? Because we don't want to get too much arch happening through the spine. Chin is tucked to chest, so we're going to inhale and we're going to exhale, engaging through that core, just literally shortening that distance, ribs to hips. You can see my pelvis is not moving. Inhale, release, exhale, inhale, release, exhale. So again, only work to the point that you can move before you start to see that pelvis wanting to tilt up, or those hip flexors wanting to kick in and do the work for you. We want it all coming from the core. 4 more like that. Last 2. And last 1. Release the head and neck back down. If that feels enough for you, you can keep working like that. Otherwise, our next version is to come up into tabletop. So here we want to have the knees at a 45-degree angle, and you want to have the toes so you can check yourself. So you want to just be able to see your tippy toes over your knees. Don't draw the knees too close into the body. That's really easy, so you're not going to feel anything. So you want to make sure they're at least at a 90-degree angle away from the body. Exact same movement. Inhale, exhale up, keeping that pelvis neutral. Inhale, release, exhale, inhale, exhale. Making sure that pelvis is staying neutral, making sure those knees aren't creeping in as you start to fatigue. Good, keep going. 3 more. And last one. And you can release the head and neck back down. Release 1 foot at a time back down to the mat. Again, options here are to keep working like that if that felt like enough for you. Otherwise, we're going to go into our fully extended version with the legs in a 45-degree angle. Okay, so there are some variations here where you can have the legs extended up. That's a little bit easier, but if we lower them down, it's a little bit more challenging. So pick where you want to work today. Inhale, exhale, come up and hold. Inhale, release, exhale, inhale, release, Good. Keep going, you're doing really well. I know we're doing them all back to back. Keep those legs zipped together. Keep your glutes, hamstrings, everything engaged. That's going to help. Last two. And release the head and neck down. Release one foot back down, one at a time. I'm just going to stretch my arms and legs out long for a minute, just to release through the abs, because it feels good. And that is our Pilates Core Fundamentals Chest Lift series. I hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to combine it with other workouts. And I'm Katie. Keep smiling.